Hello and welcome back to the channel, Up the Reds TV with me, Andy. Okay, so this one is the post-match for Sunderland 0, Liverpool 1 last night. And just before I start, you know what I'm going to say. Please like, please share the video, and please subscribe to the channel if you are not already doing so. Okay, so Onslaught made two changes from the team that played City, with Endo coming in at right back and Robbo coming in for Kirkes at left back. And Ali made his 250th Premier League start, which was a good milestone for the keeper. Sometimes it feels a lot. He's played a lot more games than that, but and then you think of the injuries that he's had, and he misses about up to half a dozen to 10 games a season with his muscular injuries. So first half, 20 seconds into the half, Endo gives away a foul throw. He looks at his hands. The ball's wet. It was a miserable night on the northeast, weather-wise. Pitch looked heavy as well. So from that resulting foul throw, Sunderland get a corner, and when they had their throw in, but nothing came from the corner. They had a couple of throw-ins, but they decided to go short rather than long, and which was really good to see. 5 minutes into the game, a good work by Salah and Wirtz, and Liverpool managed to get the first corner, but Salah took the corner and it was cleared. And Liverpool grew into the half. I thought that they handled themselves really well once the early storm of Sunderland had sort of like passed. And yes, we were holding the ball for long periods. We were passing, moving. The ball comes out, and Canate has a wild shot, doesn't he, from distance, and it's over and wide. And on the 18th minute, Sunderland had it was a sort of like a good move by them. They just broke through easily, and it was a great block by Canate when the ball came in. Absolutely superb. On 20, Wirtz wins a corner. Gakpo, who I don't know why he was on corners, honestly, should have put Maka on corners yesterday. Every corner that he took was enough bob on the keeper. So 23 minutes, and Liverpool are on top in the half. They are trying to create chances. Mandeva gets a yellow card. He tries to stop a quick free kick being taken. He picks up the ball and runs back with it from where the foul was given. 29, good work by Wirtz. He has a shot from the edge of the box, and the keeper makes a good save, and it goes out for a corner. Gakpo again takes the corner. Van Dijk, he heads over this time, and 30 minutes, Sunderland get a break. Ball's crossed in. Van Dijk clears from the resulting throw-in. It's cleared it again. So Ekitike goes on a run. He has a shot blocked. Robbo, who's playing well on the left-hand side, he does a passes to Gakpo. Gakpo runs to the byline and he cuts it in for Wirtz. Great bit of skill by Wirtz. He takes the player the wrong way, hits the ball with his left foot, goes underneath the player. Keeper's got no chance. You're thinking it's going to settle in on the keeper's left hand, bottom left, and he hits the post, and the ball goes out to the 18-yard box, and I think it was Endo who tried to retrieve it. So we've had two shots on target, both by the same player. 34 minutes, Gakpo wins a free kick. Ball's played short. Gakpo crosses. Van Dijk has a shot. It gets blocked. Comes back out to gets blocked, and it's another corner. another wasted corner by Cody Gakpo. And so my frustration was growing a bit of change the corner taker for me. Salah, and as a cross, finds Wirtz. Wirtz just looks over his shoulder, sees the keeper, and it's a bit of a tame header. If I think he was expecting the keeper to come and catch it or whatever, but the keeper stayed where he was and he just headed it. Well, it come on the back of his head, and easy for the keeper to gather. And then on 38, a rare, and I'd have to say it's a rare Sunderland move. Angula has a shot that's saved by Alisson. 39, Wirtz finds Endo, but Endo, you can see what we were trying to do, play the first time football. Endo's cross goes straight into the keeper's arms. On 40, Robbo's cross goes in. We get a corner. Gakpo takes the corner, gets cleared. Gravenberg has a shot. We get another corner. This time Salah gets the corner, does the corner gets cleared. 42, Salah's made a great move. He's trying to cross it, but straight into the keeper's arms. 45 minutes, 0-0. Okay, but Liverpool were the better team in that half, and the stats will say that when I mention them later on. You know, like I said, they grew into the half. So yeah, second half, Ekitike breaks. Gakpo is not on point with him, which is so frustrating because he's broke and he's nowhere near him. He cuts across, he's expecting Gakpo to run to the ball, but he doesn't. So Ekitike has to carry on his run, but he loses the ball and he just turns around and looks at Gakpo. Endo clears a ball and it falls to Hume, and he has a shot, it goes over the bar. So on 52, great defending by Maka. He's it's twice. He's a 50-50 in the at the edge of the box. He really goes in for that one. He gets up, wins the ball again. He goes again, and he gets fouled, and he wins a free kick. And Liverpool, although they were comfortable and even better in the second half, there was the odd bit of time that Sunderland were trying to do something and trying to get behind them, but they weren't getting much joy. And that was because we were resolute at the back. 55 minutes, Liverpool playing some good stuff, and the ball ends up with Wirtz, and he has another shot that's blocked. And 57 minutes has gone, and I'm watching the game with my lad, and he said, "Dad, I've got a stat for you." And I said, "What's that?" He said, "We've had 16 shots so far. Every outfield player and has had a shot, and we've only had 2 on target, and you guessed it, both Wirtz, the save, and the one that hits the post." So yeah, 58 minutes. Maka plays a loose pass. Sunderland break and they shoot wide. So we got away with one there, although it was a bit of a half chance. We did have bodies at the back. 59, another good move by Salah. Shot was blocked. Corner taken by Salah. And this time, Salah takes the corner and he finds Virgil. Virgil heads it on, and the Sunderland man at the back stick heads it backwards into the goal. Definitely a Virgil van Dijk goal. You have to give credit. I put a tweet out today showing that video that Liverpool had put out, that you had to look at what Wataru Endo did to the keeper. The keeper was punching everything in the first half when Gakpo and Salah were taking the corners, and majority was from Gakpo's side. But second half, somebody must have seen that there's no pressure on the keeper. And if you watch that video clip back on YouTube or whatever, you see what Endo does to the keeper. He doesn't foul him, he just puts his body in the way. Keeper goes up for the ball, but he can't this time get his hand to the ball, but Virgil can get his head to it. So, yeah, 1-0. And there's a stat I'll give out to you about Mo Salah shortly. 61 minutes, great defending by Endo at the back stick. He was overstretching, but he cleared the ball. But you saw what happened to him. He tweaked his ankle, didn't he? It looked a bit nasty. But do you know what? Unlike Bournemouth, our Japanese warrior, he got up to defend the corner. And the corner was defended, and the ball was cleared again for another corner, and this time Endo went down in the middle of the box, and he stayed down for Gomez to come on. And like I say, unlike what we did at Bournemouth when we were 10 down for 7-8 minutes and we conceded, there's none of that histrionics today, although the conditions might have been a bit similar, maybe a bit more windy down on the south coast. So, yeah, Liverpool are winning 1-0, and Sunderland aren't really offering anything, if I'm honest with you. We get a corner on 68, it's cleared, 71. Sunderland do play a bit of nice football. The ball comes into the box for, is it Bobbery? And great tackle by Ibu Kanate in the box. They were looking for a pen, clearly wins the ball. 74 minutes, Gakpo comes off and Jones comes on. And Sunderland have another shot, and it's Makelele. He shoots over, and he's at the back stick. It wasn't a good attempt, really. And then 77, Robbo gets the ball out wide, and he sees Ekatike's run. In fact, it's Ekatike who passes to Robbo, and he makes his run into the box, and he heads it wide. So we've seen it. It was a similar header to the one that he had against Man City, and similar circumstances. It went wide. So yeah, 78. Talby, Mundle, and Gertruda, the one that we wanted to sign from Sunderland, are on. Angola, Hume, and Alderete all go off. None of those really contributed to the game much, so that was good. Jones, he was set up by Salah, and he shoots over, a bit tame of a shot. We are extremely tired at this point, you can see, but I think Slot made a good choice bringing Jones on at 74 and just leaving Ekatike up there and putting an extra body in midfield, which is really, really good to see, so we could stop anything coming down the channels, and it worked because Gakpo was not defensively doing a good job in on his side, and he was exposing Robbo more than he should have done. So yeah, 87 Ekatike comes off and Chiesa comes on, and he's getting involved quickly. He's winning the ball back. He's tracking back. 90 plus 2 minutes. It was 7 minutes of extra play at the end of the game. Gomez, calm as you like, header back to Ali, and then Sunderland manager throws his last dice. He takes De Gea off and brings on Isidore, and but Liverpool are controlling the game. They're passing the ball about, keeping it moving. They know what they need to do. Salah wins a corner. It's on 93. It's played short. We're not putting bodies in there. We're set up for any counter attack, and we're just stopping anything that's coming through the lines as well, which was really good. 96, another great move. Salah just puts it wide again, and then 97 minutes full time, and the battle was won. Liverpool deserved to win the game. That was for sure. I mean, look, we need to be honest here with ourselves. It was a massive 3 points. Had to be 3 points after what happened on Sunday for the Reds, and it's a ground where others have failed to take the full points. You know, your Man Cities, your Arsenals, and a few others. I did mention those in the pre-match. The weather was awful, and what it looked like to me on my big TV screen, the pitch looked heavy with all the rain that they'd had all day. Apparently, it'd been like that. The weather up there. Well, it's a leveler for both teams, and I just thought that Liverpool were the better team in those conditions, and maybe they learned something from the Bournemouth game. But yeah, they were the better team in the first half, and you have to say in the second half we should have scored more goals, if I'm honest with you. But look, when we scored that goal, we did not sit back. We did not let Sunderland get any impetus on us and try and come away with a goal or something. We were on the front foot. We did attack, and yeah, I'm going to take that 1-0 win because of how the results went the previous night with City and Chelsea dropping points. Chelsea were at home, but City were Man United and Chelsea dropping points, and United obviously getting the last minute at West Ham, and with Chelsea as well. They should have won the game with Palmer missing that one from 2 yards out. How he missed that, I don't know. That was a bit of a Nunes moment for him there. So some stats here for the game. 23 shots we had, only 3 on target throughout the 97 minutes of a game of football that we had. Sunderland had 11 shots and they only had 2 on target. So both were easily gathered by Ellison. First half, 13 shots and 2 were on target. And yeah, you guessed who were those from. They were from Verts. And Sunderland only had 2 shots and 1 was on target. Liverpool's third clean sheet, and away clean sheet, should I say. And yeah, some other stats. Virgil, 23 goals in the Premier League. Is he Sammy Hippier, or he's taken over Sammy Hippier? Salah, he's on 92 assists. He's level with Stevie G. So if you like your stats and everything like that, Salah will hopefully, if he gets another assist, he will overtake Steven Gerrard, and I don't think Stevie will be too bothered by that from the legend that is Mo Salah. So yeah, it's only our second win in 2026, and we're in the middle of February, and March will soon be here. Our next 5 games starts on Saturday against Brighton in the FA Cup, and then we have Forest away in 8 days after that, 2 o'clock kickoff. Then we have West Ham at home on the 28th of Feb, which will be a 3 o'clock kickoff. Wolves away on the 3rd of March, and they have improved under Edwards. I mean, you've got to look at the 0-0 that they got at Forest last night, and Sean Dyche getting sacked by the Greek waiter that owns that club. And yeah, and then after the Wolves game, we've got our Champions League fixture, and before that's 3rd of March, isn't it? Champions League fixture, and then we've got Spurs at home on the 15th, and that is a 4:30 kickoff. So yeah, good win. I'm not getting over carried away with it, and the lads work really hard for that. I'm going to go through I'll go through the team now, so you can see what I thought. I thought Ali started the game really well. He was punching the balls out when they were coming in, because obviously the ball was wet. He didn't want to catch it. He was punching them out. His distribution was better, and he just had 2 box standard saves to make. Endo, I thought Endo was superb. He did a really good job. Yes, he got beaten a couple of times in the first half, but then after that he settled in, and they couldn't get any loose change out of him. And he was supported really well by the midfield, Gravenberch and Mo Salah. Robbo had a good game. I thought he was very industrious, but his defensive head was really there. He made sure nothing got past him either. Ibu Konate, my man of the match, solid as a rock. He really was. Brobby, as he's called, he's an old-fashioned type of a centre forward, and I think Konate liked that battle with him, and he did really well. There was moments in the game where you think, oh, he's going to give a free kick away because of his holding, but he just did enough, didn't he, just to get away with it. So, but he made some good interceptions. That tackle inside the box was spot on. Ryan Gravenberch, he was slow last night. He grew into the game, and he was much better in the second half, as we needed him to be. Alex McAllister, now he's a player who's not been on his game for whatever reason, but I thought he had a good game, especially in the second half when he was winning his tackles and things like that. I was watching the game with my lad, and he said, "Look, this game is made for Alex McAllister." He said it's the conditions, the way they're playing. They're not moving the ball quick enough, but he can get into them, and he was right. He had a good game, and it was really good. Cody Gakpo, I just thought he was poor out of the front three. Really was poor. Again, trying to go. What he was doing good in the first half, when I say he was doing good, he was trying to get out to the outside to get the ball in. But then second half, he was just starting to cut back in, leaving too much gaps. He wasn't running back. He looked out of all sorts. Florian Wirtz, we have a baller on our hands, and his stats prove that. He had 5 shots. He was the most player for Liverpool to have shots at the goal, and 2 were on target. It was really nice to see him play. And you can see he's beefed up. Everybody's talking about the 9 kilograms he's put on, but yeah, he was strong, and he lasted that full game. But wait till he gets a bit of understanding with the player that plays on the left hand side in front of him. Hugo Ekitike, I thought he led the line really well, especially in the second half. He was doing doggies, and that's not his game. He had a couple of half chances, but nothing much. He should have buried the header, really, because it was perfect. But you could see he was starting to wane from 75 onwards, and I was hoping that Slot would make the change to get Jones on, or an extra body on, and he lasted till about 87, and he did really well. I was pleased for him. So we just got to remember how young he is, and he probably won't be at his peak until he's 24, 25, maybe 26. So he's got a long way to go, and he's our strike, and he loves the club, and he loves playing there. So we're going to get the best out of him, but it might be in a couple of years' time, and we just have to be patient with the lad. Mo Salah, and really, really good. I was really impressed with Mo Salah from 10 minutes onwards in the game. Really impressed with his work rate in the second half. When we needed to defend, we needed to defend. When we needed to clear, we cleared. Um, he kept on coming in off the wings just to make that extra body in the middle, just to kill off any sort of like space for Sunderland. Don't get me wrong, I thought Sunderland would be far better than that at home against us, but they weren't. So, but must have been the tweaks that we did from the game at weekend. So yeah, I was really impressed with Mo Salah's performance. If I'm honest with you, and you know me, if a player's not on it, I'll tell you that. But yeah, he was he was good last night. Joey Gomez comes on. I said that he wouldn't be in the team. Didn't tell me pre-match. I said that he wouldn't come on. If he is, he's not fit enough. And do you know what? Although he looked, shall I say, comfortable, I thought his reading of the game was superb. His passing and getting stuck in as well. So it was good that he got some minutes in. Unfortunately, it was at the detriment of Wataru Endo, who looks like he's got a serious injury, So wishing him all the best. Chiesa comes on. He's obligatory 87 minutes. That Slot wants to give him only a few minutes per game. And he did okay. He did some doggies as well, did some running back. And but yeah, it's good to have him come off the bench. Curtis Jones, I know he's had a fallout with Slot, and we don't know what it's about, but he came on and he was solid. He was really good. Needed to do nice flicks, kept the ball moving, was strong defensively, won us a few free kicks, and that was great. And so yeah, I'm a bit more optimistic probably, but I know how this game works. And yeah, we got a response from Sunday's game, which we needed to. However, I was concerned. My concerns were, sort of like calmed a bit. So the boys have a couple of days, maybe a couple of days rest, because honestly, we've played Sunday league football, we've played Saturday Parks football. When the weather's like what it was, and yeah, we play on heavier pitches, than what they do in the Premier League. Honestly, it does take it out of your legs, and you do need a couple of days rest to get it out your system. People will say these are professional athletes, they're elite. Yes, but our bodies do exactly the same thing. They get tired. They don't. You need rest. You need lots of food inside you, and you need some rest before you go again. And that's what these lads will have to do on Saturday night, 8 o'clock kickoff at home to Brighton in the FA Cup. Brighton are not doing so well at the moment. I will be doing a pre-match warm-up tomorrow. It'll be out early, possibly about 6ish. I'm actually off tomorrow, so I can prepare for that one. Slot will be doing his press conference early as well. So something I just want to mention at the end of the game about the game. I thought the game was refereed really well, and by the referee. I don't know if that's come from the fallout from the City game where Dom Slobosly was sent off, but I thought this referee was really good for both teams. I think he played um, to the conditions, and he gave free kicks for both teams when there were free kicks, and didn't have to think about his decisions, and that was good. And finally, I have to say, the away support were absolutely superb. They outsang, and I could hear them. The Sunderland home support, and it was really good. So they went all the way up there, and it was for them that victory, well deserved. And thanks for getting behind the lads. Okay, thanks for watching this video. As I say, you'll get a pre-match warm-up done tomorrow. It'll be out tomorrow, probably from 6 p.m. onwards, and I look forward to making that one. And I'll speak to you then. Thank you very much for watching, and it's up the Reds from me.